You're stood inside your lounge or your kitchen and you're looking out, it's starting to drizzle, you're looking out through the window and you think, doesn't it look boring? There's nothing in, nothing's growing, late autumn. But there's a way of actually bringing a bit of life into it. Now what you could do is something that our Dutch cousins have thought up called Lasagna Planting. And I've done a cutaway one so you can actually see how it works. Now it's so simple really. In the bottom of this pot is a layer of pebbles. You've got holes in the bottom to let the moisture drain away. So you've got a nice 2-inch layer of pebbles in the bottom. The big ones, the tulips, are the bottom layer because they like to be planted deep. Then Narcissi daffodils, these are Tete-a-Tete because they're beautiful and they're the most popular one you can get. So there's Tete-a-Tete there. And then these bedding hyacinths, and the perfume's magnificent. And then on the top, large flowering crocus. I mean, can you picture it? So that boring patio that you're looking at, every month you're going to get another layer of flower. You're going to get crocus, hyacinths, beautiful smell. If you get a nice day, you can go out and smell it. This will be flowering from February, no problem at all. And it really is as simple as can be. Pebbles in the bottom, this is key. Pebbles in the bottom to allow the water to drain away. Put the pebbles and then the compost. Now the compost is a 2-inch layer of compost. A nice 2-inch layer of compost. Just tamp it down, get rid of the air holes. So that's perfect for the first layer. Now the first layer is going to be the tulips. They like to be deep, so that's perfect for them. So a layer of tulips, and I'm going to plant them slightly more apart than you would normally in the border. But bear in mind that these bulbs, which are really good, they're a mixture of colours. Leave them a good space apart, so a bulb, and then leave a bulb space, because these are just going to swell up. That's all they do. I just nearly did it then. Don't forget, pointed end up, always. So a nice layer of bulbs. Now you might think that these are never going to go because they're too packed in, but they do, you'd be surprised. And they find their own way through. And there's no difference between tulips and all the other bulbs. So that's the way, always pointed end up. So that's tulips, that's the first layer. Then you've got another 2-inch layer of potting compost. So you've got that, break up any big lumps that there are in it. Just tamp it down slightly, so you've got a nice 2-inch layer. Just with your fingers, just take the air pockets out. And then we've got Narcissi. Now I'm using Tete-a-Tete. Dwarf daffodils are really good. They'll grow quite happily, but for me, daffodils are spring. It gives you the best show. So exactly the same as the tulips, you put these Tete-a-Tete in. Now they go, leave it a decent space because they do swell up an awful lot. So there you go, there's another layer in. Then we've got another 2 inches of compost. It really is as easy as this. Another 2-inch layer of compost, tamp it down again. Now we've got bedding hyacinths, so it takes another turn. It might seem a bit big, so leave a nice gap around. But the perfume in a pot, on a patio, or on a balcony, it's beautiful. I love the smell of hyacinths. It always reminds me of my mum. She always had a pot of hyacinths. The smell of hyacinths always attracts me. Oh, right, another 2-inch layer. That's it, so a 2-inch layer. It really is as easy as this. In a matter of minutes, so long as you've got your stuff all to hand, in a matter of minutes you can do it. Spread it around, tamp it down with your fingers. It's as easy as that. And the next thing, large flowering crocus. Now these are the same. Now remember, it's quite difficult to see, but pointed side up. If you look carefully, you can see where the roots are coming out of, and the little point, that's where the flower's going to be. These are large flowering, multicoloured. The display from these is going to fill this. It's going to look absolutely beautiful. Now, I'd put this on the patio, give it a really, really good soak, and then you just leave it alone. It doesn't matter, that'll be perfect. One little trick you could do on this, there's a nice layer of compost there, That's a growing medium. You could put polyanthus, pansies, and you could have instant colour now. Well, here's some pictures of our lasagna planting. I think they turned out quite nicely, but you're doing it at home. You take a picture of yours and send it in. I'd like to see yours.